Problems Australia, and welcome to this week's podcast, which is entitled Evasion. You may remember this horse from last week's podcast, the thoroughbred off the track who has severe psychological problems. Today I want to ride him and show you how the problem horse trainer goes about trying to assess such a horse and to fix such a horse, because it is a major game of tactics. Evasion causes evasion, and evasion can start with the simplest of evasions of all, like someone trying to clip a horse. They've got a friend holding the horse with a lead rope. The horse drags the friend 2 feet across the type rail. Immediately evasion is learnt in the horse. They see the opportunity, they seize it, and they build upon it. And evasion builds upon evasion, and evasion ends up with resistance. Evasion comes in all sorts of forms. Horses have very fertile minds. They make them up as they go along, and they can learn and invent evasions upon evasions upon evasions. In the end, they have learned evasions, and they do it for protection, and we must understand the causes. This particular sad horse, the causes are the racing industry, and then incompetent riding after the racing industry, where the education wasn't working because the knowledge wasn't there. Go back, mate. And so conflict occurs. The horse doesn't understand. Confusion causes evasion. The horse starts thinking of ways to get out of things, and the reason the horse does that is to protect itself from pain, psychological or physical. To educate horses like off-the-track thoroughbreds or young green horses, the rider must be equipped with a very good toolbox of techniques and understanding of how to train horses. Otherwise, the chances are big chances of evasion. We must have the knowledge, we must have the techniques, we must have timing, observation of what the horse is doing and why, savvy, feel, and above all, release. Remember, the speed of the release is all powerful in terms of training and the effectiveness of it. To fix such a horse as this, who has most of the evasions that one can think of, it's like a game of chess. We have to attack evasion by evasion by evasion and fix each one like building blocks. Then you'll get the horse, once defeated on an evasion like running out through the shoulder, failing to leg yield, throwing his head in your face and galloping, all the things that they do. Once you start to cancel these out with proper training techniques, you'll then get the horse reinventing evasions, and it's amazing what they can come up with. But we as riders must yearn for the knowledge and chase the knowledge to be able to be well enough equipped to serve the horse well and to cancel out the evasions so confusion disappears and you get a happy horse. Why there are so many sad horses around, one of the main reasons is that in Australia, the Equestrian Federation coaching, they're very good at teaching riders to look good and rider techniques, but very few people are equipped and taught to teach horse training techniques. And unfortunately for the horse, that's where the systems lack, and that's why you get so many sad horses. So we will take this horse down to the dressage arena now, and we'll just see what develops, and I'll just point out to you what evasions this horse may be pulling on me, and so that you can see them, and perhaps talk about what I would do in the future to fix such evasions and cancel each one out until in the end they're all gone, there are none left, and only then will such a horse relax and be happy again. So we'll see you at the dressage arena, and then next week I'm going to continue with this horse, hopefully on some of the fixes and hopefully to show some improvement. Very difficult horse. He's up on a scale of 10 out of 10, this horse, for complexity and emotional fatigue, aren't you, mate? At least he's taught to stand still already. Okay, see you in a minute. Walk on, mate. Open the gate. I've also got a mouth on him. Most horses would run through here, but I've remouthed this horse and he won't run through my hands and break my leg on the post. Good boy. We've also got a lateral mouth on him, which is like silk too. The other thing you need for such a horse. Without the mouth, don't even start trying to re-educate them. Okay, now the building blocks of this horse. I've fixed his mouth, I've fixed his jig-jogging because he couldn't walk. But have a look at him here now. He only wants to look up there. He doesn't want to go down there. And the reason why he doesn't want to go down there is because there's an arena down there. So the horse tells me that he's been if he jogs, stop, back up, walk on. The horse tells me that he's been terrorised from an arena point of view since the racing industry. I've since confirmed that that's actually correct, where he was canted around a 7 metre yard endlessly by some super goose. We must put boldness on the horse that he goes where we want, which I've done. And you can see the tension level rise as soon as we get on the arena. And all he wants to do is look out there and run out there, woo. So he go to my website and look at my jig-jogging horse article in terms of fixing. I point him away from the exit on the arena and he runs like that to evade, woo. Now this is the classic signs of the horse that is that's had it with arenas, which is another reason why these horses should be re-educated out on the trail, not on arenas. Now this is an evasion, jig-jogging, failing to walk. He's now getting steamed up. Every time that I back him back, I must give him 0 rein. The only way that I can make this horse is that he walks on no rein. If I dare take a contact on this horse whilst we're doing our pleasure riding situation around this arena, he will jog immediately. What causes jig-jogging horses is people holding onto reins. So I can only teach this horse to walk, probably for the first time in his life properly, on no rein. He jogged again there because he's heading for the exit. But because we've only got a podcast, we've only got a certain amount of time. So I'm going to go straight into, I want to try and find other evasions, so I'm going to go straight into, when I put leg on he canters, that's another evasion, because he doesn't want to trot. Leg on and put him on the bit to fix that. Anyway, now he's laying against my right leg, so I've got to fix leg yielding on this horse, which is the next subject. And I've got to get him on the bit. You can see that he's going along like a crab with his hindquarters inside. That's another evasion. Here he's dropping the right hand shoulder. Another evasion. So I've got to get this horse leg yielding properly before I can ride him proper flat work. And until I can get this horse properly balanced and leg yielding and get him going straight and round and not dropping his shoulder, until then I cannot show him that flat work can actually be a happy thing to do And until I can do that, I can't make this horse happy. Therefore, he can't relax. Now, if I'm here near the exit, he's wanting to evade and go out there. So he's running out through the shoulder. Again, leg yielding. Go to my leg yielding DVD for that, which is what this horse is going to have for the next 2 days. The cantering on the spot is used to get his head up as another evasion, and he's laying against my running against my right leg. So we've got to fix that. I'm just trying to show you here all the bad things. I'm not trying to make this horse look pretty. Now we'll go small circle just around here near the exit of the arena. Put your head down. Put your head down. Good boy. And you'll see him thinking out. Leg on. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Good boy. He's a good boy. Good boy. No. Woo. Woo. Good boy. So there are some of the things that they try. There are many others, and this horse has got many others. He's just not doing them now. If I persevered and upset him at all, he would do them, including trying to bolt out of the gate. Next week's podcast, we've also got to teach this horse to stand. Go to my podcast on making a horse stand that can't stand on one rein. Woo. But next week, I'll show you how, after I have taught this horse to leg yield, which is going to be a battle, because he'll fight it because of his wanting to evade. And then we'll try and show you how the horse may have settled and how we actually can properly ride this horse on an arena without the tension. So the subject of evasion, fix every one of the evasions bit by bit until we can say checkmate. It's a game of chess. When all of the evasions are gone and all of the options of the horse are gone, the horse will then have trust in us, relax, and realise that flat work may be quite a nice thing to do because it's not associated with drama. Next week, some of the product of what we've done. Okay, thanks very much. Catch you next week. Walk on.